All right, so I just did the first part, the AMC June 2nd through June 5th, the actions that happened based on what Zachary is saying. But the second part of what Zachary is saying is what I said earlier today. Where are those shares? And I'll take it a step further. Zachary, if you're out there, get ready for the other one on this. Here's the deal. Zachary is saying that now that FTX wallet, those smart contracts, were moved over. Okay, were moved and converted the wrapped AMC to the Binance blockchain. So he's saying that now that those FTX token wrapped AMC that were swappable for common stock, obviously, they're no longer in FTX. They're now over in the Binance blockchain. Now, if that's the case, that means that they're still being used back and forth, and that's where when people come out, where did they come out with all these shares? Where did they come out with all these shares to borrow? What we don't know is the size of, if you would, the equivalent for swaps into common stocks. Like, how big is this? Is it still at the original number? Is it less? Is it more? So, based on what Zachary is saying here, it was AMC itself is the entity who gave the green light on the wrapped AMC ERC20 tokens. On January 5th of this year, the FTX wallet was moved and converted. Interesting. So the idea is if it started on June 5th, 2021, that means that we ran up, they had to drop those shares to stop it, and then they knew it was gonna go right back up again. So how did they turn around and do this? They dropped all their shares. AMC dropped all their shares on June 2nd. So how did they continue chopping the price down? There was no shares. And I put bad on me because I never pointed that out, because it's not something you would even think in this type of a scenario. But think about it. AMC dropped all those shares. They had no more shares left. And it took us from $72 down to like in the $50 range. What took us the rest of the way if there was no shares out there? Because we bought them up. What took us the rest of the way? My friends, this right here may be what we see keep popping up over and over again. And for my people out there in GameStop, Nokia, BlackBerry thing, this might be it right here. So, saying that that wallet was moved over to the Binance blockchain, and that's still there, and it's still being used, and it's not counted as part of the overall stock, then we got a big problem here. We got a big problem, because what I said earlier today that triggered Zach to reach out to me, I guess in line with him, because I said nobody's ever answered for that. But you just can't have 400 million real or synthetic shares just be out there and nobody ever talk about them. Now, that's what's being used all the time, swapping back and forth, and we got a problem here. But more to come on this. I told you, don't tell me Fibonacci, the line, the bounce, the W, whatever. This is not even a normal, but let me stop all that. Because the more they fuck around, the more they're gonna find out. My army is huge. Anyway, more to come on this stuff. Something told me to think back to FTX. And here we go.